Welcome to Go for the Pin with your boys first. I am that leg slap professor.
King V, aka Selena Kyle O'Reilly, aka Ludacris son Eric, aka Jordan Grace Jones.
It's DJ Knuckles, aka Mr. Thursday Night.
Okay, that's not how you do it. Okay. If it's live, that means we meant to fucking do it.
I don't give a
And will I, pal? Welcome to Go for the Pin, episode 227 with your boys first. I am that leg slap student, Mike EQ, and I am joined to my right by
DJ Knuckles, aka Mr. Thursday Night, BKA I write shit down, also known as the nigga on the floor. God damn, life is hard sometimes. Shit. Just saying.
Yeah, life be like.
But I'm here and I'm fucking breathing. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. Oh man, 13 nights of wrestling over last 13 nights. Wow. And I mean, you can include tonight. There's wrestling on every night, but I'm sorry.
no clue.
Okay.
I think we're being hijacked again.
No, which one is it? Is it Abe or is it Bobby? Because
I don't know.
If this is happening, I thought we squashed this whole thing with Bobby last week, so it shouldn't be Bobby.
I thought we did too. Hold on a second. Wait. What? Okay. All right. That was actually a clip. We have more audio footage of where V is this week.
We do.
V is a traveler, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a world traveled artist.
He is a world traveler, and we get these every week about an hour before the show. So that was, I guess, that was just like from
our 18,000 producers.
Yeah, thinking maybe we could have sound checked it before the show started. Good job, guys. Yep. All right.
I'll fire 10 of them.
And that'll give us with 17,909. Yeah. So all right. Where's V at this week? Go ahead, play the clip. Go ahead, hit it.
Sound department a little bit louder. Here we go.
That sounds awfully familiar, eh?
It does. Yeah. Strangely familiar.
Man, that dude gets around.
Yeah, all right.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
I'm sorry. That was woo. What? Oh man,
not what I meant.
All right, sorry. Knuckles. We have a lot to talk about, so let's just get right into it. But firstly, thank you to everybody that is joining us right now. Of course, it's time once again. You know what's coming.
Man, what
Christian's
we doing?
In the house. Christian's in the house. I'm waiting for that next comment. I know it's coming.
Yep,
I know it's coming.
It is.
But yeah, shout out to everybody that's watching and or listening. We appreciate you guys. We had an issue last week with the recording, so I don't think it made it to the DSPs, the audio version of it. But this week that will be corrected. We should be good. You guys won't have that issue with Spotify or Apple or anywhere that you listen to your podcast. But yeah, so Knuckles, NXT Stand and Deliver was this past weekend. WrestleMania night 1 and 2, the Raw After Mania, and then SmackDown, as we record this live, is also a part of Mania week as well. So, yeah, I mean, first off, before we get started, overall thoughts of the weekend.
Oh boy, I don't know.
And we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
I'm hit and miss, man. I have my ups and my downs. So we'll get into it. Not in detail because it's late, but match by match. Match by match, we will. Yeah.
Wrong by them. All right. If
damn,
you got that, I'm glad that you got that one. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Name the match and pay-per-view. Go ahead.
He wasn't there. He wasn't part of WrestleMania week, but we'll get there.
Oh, name the match and pay-per-view, Mike, since you're that guy.
It was a ladder match against Triple H at Survivor Series 98.
Oh wait,
that I don't 98 or 99. I know it was Triple H and I know it was Survivor Series. I don't remember what year. What year was it?
That is incorrect. It was Triple H and it was The Rock. It was at SummerSlam.
Oh,
Highway to Hell. That was 98. Whatever year that was, Austin and Undertaker fought in the
98. All right. Well, there it is. All right. To roll a fatty for these Pimp Daddies. I was waiting for that. My boy Cena is your new WWE champion. Thanks. Just ruined our whole show, Seth Steiner. No, I'm just playing. You didn't ruin anything. Everybody knows it's out already. It's out already. In case you've been living under a rock for the last, see what I did there? In case you was living under a rock for the last few days, John Cena is the new WWE champion. We'll get there. Before we get there, we have to talk about Stand and Deliver. So let's go there first. Let's give the results of that. See who our prediction champion is for that, and then we'll move on to our WrestleMania results. Sound good to you, Knuckles?
Sounds wonderful.
All right. Shout out to Matt Hardy. All right, the first match. It was a fatal 4-way tag team elimination match. This actually was on the pre-show. Did not know this was going to be on the pre-show, so I wound up missing it. Thanks, NXT. Gigi Dolan.
Need to be in front of a TV.
Sir. This show happened at 12:30 Eastern time on a Saturday. I was at work. Okay. Let's keep going. Gigi Dolan, Tatum Paxley defeated Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, Fatal Influence, and those Meta Girls, to win a #1 contendership for the women's tag team titles.
Wasn't there another team?
Fatal Influence, Cora Jade and Roxy.
And Meta. Okay.
Yeah. Metaphor. Yeah, that was it.
I didn't hear you say Fatal Influence. My mistake.
No, you good. JJ, what up, man? Long time no see. Yes, a Knicks fan has entered the chat.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, he's doing this to be an ass, but it's okay. I know why. He knows I'm a Nets fan. But shout out to the Knicks. I'm very happy for the New York Knicks because I have New York pride. So I am very happy for. Do not do that. Don't do
one
that.
Or the other.
Because I'll be at the parade. I'll be at the parade if they win a championship. How about that?
I hope we get.
Even though it hasn't happened since 19.
You're probably gonna have because you'll have a Knicks jersey on with a Nets shirt under it.
I might do that.
There's the biggest load of horse car. Oh, okay, JJ, we won tonight. I ain't even mad at that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My mind has been on other things.
They got their get back on the Pistons, but this is not a basketball show. This is a wrestling show, so we're going to keep it moving. So yeah, it's Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley won. They were the only baby faces in the match, and I said technical baby faces because I guess metaphor could be, technically baby faces as well. But the only traditional baby faces, I guess, was Gigi and Tatum. Yes, I started to say that. Yes, 1973 is our last championship. Yes, that is exactly right. And we haven't been to the final since 99. Well, y'all, not we. Y'all haven't been to the final since 99.
Yeah, about
all right. And now he puts on a Yankees hat.
You ain't a fan. You ain't a fan. You ain't a fan.
Not on this show. All right. Did you see this match, Knuckles? Because I didn't.
I did not.
Yeah.
I tuned in to Stand and Deliver right when it started. So I did not I was just like you. I did not know this was going to be on the pre-show. I literally had halfway through the show was wondering where this match was at. And then they said, well, during the pre-show, we had a 4-way 10. And I was like, well, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, wow. I missed the Meta Girls. But
there's these things called the internets where you
can
and Instagrams where you can see them anytime you want to.
The internets get you in trouble though, but we're not gonna get there. All right. Yeah, and it's funny because I jokingly said watch Gigi and Tatum win, even though we all picked the Meta Girls to win. And I'm like, watch Gigi and Tatum win this. And they did. I did not pick them, but
everybody did not pick the Meta Girl.
I know. Oh, okay. Knuckles, results, please, sir.
Results out of the 9 people that did predictions.
Shout out to all of you
for NXT Stand and Deliver. And first and foremost, thank you to everyone who participated. We appreciate your loyalty to the show and these predictions. We appreciate that. It's hard to say this, but Bobby Showalter is the only one that chose Paxley and Dolan.
Why I oughta.
Everyone
I guess
else
sorry.
Your culture.
Yeah, good job for Bobby, I guess, on that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's get to the actual show. The show opened with Ricky Saints defending the NXT North American Championship against All Ego, Ethan Page. Solid opener. 2 guys that know each other really well. I like that there wasn't this big like series of force finishes and all of this. Like Ricky hits the spear, he hits the what is that? The Rochambeau? Was that how you pronounce his finish?
Rochambeau. Do we know what? Does the general population really know what Rochambeau is?
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But isn't Rochambeau like rock paper scissors?
Well, our producers can also verify that for you. We have enough of them, so while they're verifying, I thought this was good. What'd you think of this, Knuckles?
I thought this was really good. Ricky is really coming in his own in the NXT style, the NXT style of sports entertainment. We know other companies do things different ways. You know, no company is one and the same. So, for him to, adjust to the WWE style as quickly as he has is it's a good look for him.
You think the NXT? Well, you think the AEW background had a lot to do with him being basically TV ready for NXT?
I don't so much think the background. I think just the fact that he got the reps and the TV experience. Because before AEW, he was NWA, and that was basically so the eyes and ears of the public really wasn't on him as much as they should have been.
Mm-hmm.
So he got his break, and he got the opportunity to get those TV reps in AEW. But we all know AEW, WWE are night and day as far as style and storytelling and this, that, and the other. So the fact that he's adjusted from AEW to WWE in only about 2.5-3 months is pretty dope. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him overall. It was a really, really good match. Ethan Page, love him or hate him, he's always gonna give you a good match.
Yeah.
Always gonna give you a good match. So I liked it.
Okay. And our producers confirm, Knuckles, you are correct about the Rochambeau.
So, it does mean rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah.
How do we do in this match?
Ricky Saints.
Across the board. So nobody had
Across
any
the
faith
board.
in Ethan Page.
Yes.
Ego. All right. Okay.
With his mouth. Booker T. Booker T showed his ass. We'll get there.
Yeah. Well, you'll get there. I'll be listening. All right. Tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. I think you guys all got this right except me. Hank and Tank win the NXT Tag Team titles.
Yes.
I almost broke everything around me.
Stop it. How did you not see that?
I didn't want to see it. That's how I didn't see it. I didn't want to see it.
Come on, dude. And you'd have to be an idiot to think freaking Fraxium has helped. First of all, Fraxium won the titles. I was a senior in high school.
Man, so we're going back decades. All right.
Yes,
Well,
decades. Fraxium has held the championship for over 20 years. I think it's about
a little bit further
time.
than that now.
No, fuck you, dude.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
That was
Family
an
show.
old joke. That was an old joke, and I saw it. It's okay. But
Whoa.
no, like literally, I'm a fan of Fraxium, but too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
I know. Oh my.
No, I like Fraxium, but too much of a good thing is a bad thing. And they just held those titles a little bit too long. I think they should have lost them 2 defenses ago. Just my personal opinion. And it really doesn't have anything to do with moving up to the main roster or anything. I just think there needed to be a change in their tag team division.
Like enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Yes. Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I know my producers are gonna like that one, but yeah, got it.
But yeah, I'm happy for Hank and Tank. Good win, great match. Great. I thoroughly liked this match.
Solid.
I liked it a lot. I liked it. It wasn't match of the night, but I liked it.
Yeah. Okay. Knuckles covered that. All right. So who actually got that right and who got it wrong besides me?
Myself, V. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, those that are non-binary.
I am absolutely positively tripping.
We are live.
Yeah, we are live. Okay, myself, V, Sway.
How Sway?
Oh my goodness. I am a fucking idiot. Bobby. Yeah, Bobby, Sway, myself, and V got that right. I am an idiot.
Well, he said it. I didn't. All right.
I am a jackass.
We're gonna keep going while Knuckles wallows in his soul. All right.
There was about to be a major meltdown, but okay, we're good.
Let's not have that. Okay, not while we're live. This is why we do pre-production meetings. That we don't actually talk about the production of the show. All right. I'm glad NXT Women's NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match for the vacated North American Championship. Okay. Sol Ruka defeats Izzy Dame, Kalani Jordan, who was a few people's pick, Lola Vice, Thea Hale, and Zarya. I know Ray's gonna be upset because I think he had Sol Ruka and then he changed it. Once we told him that the Speed Championship was on Sol Ruka. But it happens. It happens to all of us, you know. So
it's happened to me multiple times, isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah, it's happened to you. It's happened to me as well. You know what? Also, you know what's happened to me? I didn't win because somebody took all of my picks and had a closer time. That happened too. You know? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
It's funny because it's true.
It's all good.
You let him do it.
Yeah, Christian knows it's all love, man. We go back a long time. All right. Okay, so yeah, Sol Ruka won the match. What did you think of the ladder match? I mean, I thought it was solid.
I did as well. Ooh, big bad booty fatty. Okay.
Stone Cold said he likes to hear the crowd's reaction. Well, at WrestleMania, he saw the girl he hit reaction. Oh my.
Disclaimer.
He didn't hit her.
He didn't hit her.
He did
Thank
not.
you. He did not hit her. That lady.
She took a bump
that lady
5
should have
seconds
died
after.
to get a check. Right. Exactly.
It's like it
He was
said
like-
boom. She said, wait, oh, check.
He's like, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo.
Oh man. Yeah. Stone Cold might have been inebriated. He might have been. But it's okay. It's
What
okay.
you mean might have been?
Anyway, I'm not gonna go into allegations of Stone Cold's
Allegations?
All right. Did you see him? Was you there with him? If the answer is no,
Were
and
you
no,
watching the TV? Did you see the fact that when he made his entrance, he went the wrong way?
I saw that. Did you give him a breathalyzer?
Did
Okay,
I-
if the answer to all of these are no, these are allegations. okay.
Do we have to give him a breathalyzer?
Yes. In a criminal
No.
justice system. Okay. I was about to get in a criminal justice system. Don't
Yeah,
get me started.
intoxicated events are considered especially heinous, especially on live TV on a pay-per-view.
Not the first time he's drunk on the job. Okay, pimping ain't easy. Yeah, I hear. Anyway,
The first time he ran into a barricade either. I mean, come on. I love
What was the
Stone
result
Cold
of
just
this
like the
match?
next guy. Hold on. Here's I love Stone Cold just like the next time, but guess what? He took 2 laps around that ring. First time he cleared it perfectly. It just so happens that the second time around you forgot what you did the first time and you run head first and almost flip yourself over the barricade.
hey, it's hard to control those ATVs.
It don't matter. If I hear anything about a check being
Yeah.
thrown out, if I hear anything like that, I'm gonna go pay a ticket and sit on the stage so I can get blown up with pyro like Jeff Hardy. And I'm gonna
oh my. So you
which by the way, to spoil everybody's wrestling dreams and aspirations was planned. That was not an accident.
wow, what a buzzkill there. All right.
7 years ago. Come
You
on.
can see the writing on the wall. All
You can see the writing on the wall.
right. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. We're having fun. This show will go on for 3 hours if we consider like this. So,
It's not.
all right. So Ruka won the match.
Yes.
How are we doing it?
Nobody got it right.
Yeah. Ray is
Nobody
tight.
got it right.
Ray is I know
tight.
Ray is tight.
And
All
you
right,
know what?
six-man tag team match. The story here was Stacks finally turning on Tony D'Angelo.
Yes.
And we saw the fallout with that with Luca and Rizzo. Rizzo was with Tony D'Angelo in some hotel somewhere, I guess, and nobody knows what Luca is. And yeah, that's what happened there. Dark State win. I mean, who cares? The story is Stacks turning on Tony D.
Mhm.
That's really the only part of the match I cared about whatsoever. I do not care about Downstate. I don't care about what was that group before that that
Retribution?
Marseille and Retribution. Yeah, I don't care about Retribution 2.5. I don't care. I don't care.
I honestly think this is going to be better than Retribution, but now I'm at a point where, okay, why are you here?
I just don't care.
You have to make some kind of impact other than, just coming out of the crowd, jumping people. I like the entrance through the crowd with the lights. That's cool and everything, but
yeah,
there has to be some type of development of story at this point.
Just don't care. I don't care. I didn't care about them wrestling. I don't care. Sorry. How do we doing that?
Tough crowd.
Maybe
Mm.
because I don't watch consistently every week anymore. Maybe that's why, but I don't feel like you need to. I feel like if a story is intriguing enough, WWE has always been good at, if you don't watch every week, if you're a more casual viewer, they over explain it to you so that you get what's going on. I understand. I just don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next piece of evidence is Mike EQ when Dark State comes on their television on Tuesday nights on NXT.
Yeah, pretty much. Turn the channel. All right. Turn the channel. All right. That was a wild chant, bro. Don't do that. Please don't. Because if I meet those guys and I try not to bury them, but that was a wild chant.
Channel, huh? Oh, okay.
Please don't do that. Do not turn the channel. Don't do that, please. But it was funny when they chanted that at Big Show and Batista, ECW. Remember the ECW taping?
I'm
turn the channel. I'm like, oh man,
I try to forget.
This match sucks. You both suck. Man, that was brutal. I hope to never get that if I'm in the ring, when I'm in the ring. But all right.
It's going to be Big Show and Batista as legends. They're going to be on legends contracts, old as fuck, and you're going to be in the ring, and they're going to be like, "Turn the channel."
Oh man,
we remember you. Oh,
do they sell beer at WWE events? Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's like the main thing. It's a beer.
They absolutely sell beer.
Yeah,
that is correct.
All right. Fatal 4-way match for the NXT Women's Championship.
Here we go.
Stephanie Valkyrie defeated Julia, Jada Parker, and Jordynne Grace by pinfall to retain her championship. Knuckles?
I loved it. I loved it. I like the fact that I like the back and forth between 4 competitors. There was move here, move here, move here, move here, counter here, move here, counter here. There was no, with the exception of the everybody laid out moments that you have, there was no dead space in this match.
Right.
And
it was good flow.
I like the flow was consistent. There wasn't any, God forbid these wrestlers aren't perfect. They're not going to get it all the way right every time. But the mistakes in this match were non-existent. The flow was good.
They were there, but you couldn't tell, which is the mark of a professional.
Exactly.
They were there.
But, it just gave me everything I wanted. It gave me drama, false finishes, laughter. I laughed my ass off. The fact that they made all 3 competitors other than Stephanie counter the knee face thing, whatever, they all countered it.
Yeah.
And that just made the crowd was like, oh, that's a mark of a good match where the emotions of the crowd are not just always, this is awesome or like,
right,
or yay. Like it's a fluctuation of emotions in the middle of the match. I loved it. It was great, but Stephanie finally did get that move off. It was amazing. Oh yeah.
Careful. Here we go, baby. Okay, careful. All right.
Yes. That's probably Booker T's greatest line.
But you shouldn't drink and operate motor vehicles like Austin and the ATV.
Absolutely.
Yes, you should not drink and drive. That is very true. Thank you, John. I'm assuming this is John. So yes, thank you. What match are you talking about? Stephanie's match.
Yes.
Ray says he's awesome.
Okay.
He's okay.
Yeah. I've seen better.
Oh my. I heard he's back. Who's he? Pronouns, John. Austin. He's not He's
No.
not back. No.
He went back to Victoria.
Yeah, to go
Right.
ride his ATV in the desert somewhere where there's space and he doesn't have to worry about hitting people.
Right.
Give me a hell yeah. All right.
Oh yeah. If you want me to run headfirst into this barricade and potentially give WWE a lawsuit, give me a hell yeah.
Wait, Steve, wait. No, let's think about this. No, let's think about this. Wait a minute. Oh man.
Oh, so Walter, one time only.
Oh yeah.
That was a one-off
Yeah.
until further notice.
Actually, Austin lives in California now. Oh, cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he sold his ranch in Texas. He had this big ranch in
Right.
Texas.
Well, I mean, that man got money to the ceiling, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't sell it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. What do we at? Oh, okay. So how we doing this match?
Let's
Stephanie's
see.
match.
Yourself, myself, V, Sway, Bobby, and Christian. Got that right.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, thoughts. I appreciate you for the culture. Jada Parker should have won. Ray, I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah, a lot of y'all. Ooh, everybody who didn't get it right had Jada Parker.
I think they thought that was her moment, but it's not happening yet. Sorry, guys, not happening
at this point. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Are we gonna ever pull the trigger on Jada? She's over. Like you've given her the edge that everybody wanted, the pissed off edge.
Bro, we spent so much time building Stephanie. She has not had the title that long.
But Jada was that girl before Stephanie even got there.
Doesn't matter. Stephanie's there now.
She hasn't even had an NXT North American Championship run.
Exactly. So let's focus on that maybe. And then we can circle back around for the NXT Women's Championship. Like I feel like, and it's not just you. It's not just you. I think just in general, we are so like quick to put titles on people, right? And the issue is, and Knuckles, I'll let you retort in a second, but I feel like the minute somebody wins a title, people start to turn on them. That's why it's almost better for the climb, the chase in a sense, because especially not even just as a babyface, just in general, when you are a fan favorite, the minute you win the title, and we'll get to some people, it's WrestleMania weekend. The minute you win the title, fans seem to start to turn on you. Some people even before that. So we can say it's her time now and this, that, and the third, but like we literally just started pushing Stephanie. Let's give Stephanie a strong run first. I don't think it's been a strong run yet. Yeah, okay, she beat Julia because Julia was hurt, and then now they had to vacate the title, whatever, and then Soul is a champion. But Stephanie literally just won the NXT Women's Championship in January? We're in April. It's not that long of a run. It's not that long. I think we're so like conditioned that like, all right, who's next? Pretty much and we don't enjoy the run of that champion. I remember when Asuka had the title for almost a year, right? You had and was undefeated for her entire time at NXT. Some of the longer runs down there. I mean, I think Bayley had a lengthy run with the championship when she was down there. I'm forgetting a lot of people, but my point is Roxy had a long run as champion. Like my point is, let's not be so quick to, all right, it's Jada's time now. That's not a third. If she's that good and she as good as everybody thinks she is, she'll get that opportunity. Might just relax. She'll get it. Go ahead, Knuckles.
Can I retort?
Yes, please.
Okay, so here's the thing, and we'll get to John's comment in a second, but I want to put that Raider Raw comment up that he just put up in the last. Yes, that one. If it's not been done by now, that probably Bianca Belair heard. Bianca was ignored until she got to the main roster.
And how'd that work out for her?
True.
How'd that work out for her?
However, comma space. There was no secondary women's championship when Bianca Belair was in NXT.
True.
You have someone such as Jada Parker, and I agree with everything you're saying, Mike. However, comma space again. You say, okay, give her this, and then we'll come back around to the NXT Championship. No, Jada was that girl, and Jada had momentum before Stephanie and Julia even joined the company. So let's not sit here and act like, okay, Stephanie just had the championship, and I am enjoying Stephanie's run just like the next person. Stephanie is deserving of being NXT champion. Julia was deserving of being NXT champion when she was the NXT champion. But we're not going to sit. What we're not going to do is sit here and act like Jada Parker is just not ready for that spotlight. You're pushing her. You're giving her edge. You separated her from that tag team to give her space to be on her own and do her own thing. And we haven't even let her sniff a secondary title. And then we push her up to the main championship and we still have her lose. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. If she's good enough to not win your secondary championship and you vault her to the main roster, or not main roster, but to the main women's championship in NXT, why is she not good enough to win? Stephanie is good. Julia is good. But Jada has been there longer.
That doesn't matter. And I hear this argument a lot. It doesn't matter how long you've been there.
I know Julia and Stephanie's resume might be better because they were in Japan. They had time in Japan, this, that, and the other. I understand that. However, if you have somebody on your roster that's got significant momentum, the crowd is behind them, they're over. Come on, we really have to do different. Like she should be. Congratulations to Sol Ruka, but Jada should be your center point for the North American champion. Because that's the are we saying the North American Championship is the proving ground for the NXT Women's Championship? Is that what we're saying? Because that's what secondary championships usually are.
I guess in a sense, yeah. I guess.
Okay, in a sense. So Sol Ruka having this championship, if Sol Ruka goes on to win the NXT Championship before Jada Parker, is there a problem?
I don't know if there's a problem.
This is an easy answer, Mike.
I don't think it's a problem. It's not because it's not black and white. I don't feel like it's like
that's what it's looking right now. But I'm just
well, Sol Ruka's black, but that's neither here nor there.
Fair enough, but
yeah.
Damn it to hell.
All right. Before we get too far here, wait, or they lose the title. Wait, or they lose and get the title back like JC,
John Cena.
Oh, okay, got it.
And make history to get the title back like
maybe building a storyline. Yeah, I mean, storyline. And then Ray says, "I agree with you, Knuckles, but the sad part is a lot of champions in WWE are pawns. Well, everybody is, but right. I think the company is using Stephanie to attract the AAA crowd. They just paid for
that. I disagree with that. I disagree with them. They may be using Stephanie, but they're also using Penta. They're also using Ray Phoenix. They're also using Andrade. They're also using the Garza boys. So it's not just Stephanie. It's a lot. There's a lot of other aspects that go into that AAA thing than just Stephanie. But I understand what you're saying. Can I do the chant again, Mike?
Say again.
Can I do the chant again?
Yeah.
As in regards to that AAA thing, can I do the chant again?
Yeah.
Tony fumbled.
Oh man, Tony fumbled.
And took the company and the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
In the same building that you did.
It's crazy. Was the Hurt Business the newer version of Evolution? No. I think it's two different types of group. All right, we're at the main event. Obafemi defends the NXT Championship against that bouncy boy, Javon Evans. Because he bouncy.
He is. Oh, okay.
And Mr. Whoop that trick himself. Trick Williams. Trick Williams match. Of course, it went under 17 minutes. Okay. I just wanted to point that out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna mention that, but our producer said and got rid of Alberto El Patron. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You forgot my previous comment. What was the previous comment? Oh, the John Cena comment. Do you think?
Oh,
Yes, without a doubt.
we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get
Okay.
there.
I wanted to answer it quickly because
go
John
ahead.
sometimes has to leave. He
Okay,
sometimes
well,
he's
go
not
ahead.
here.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we,
yeah. Oh,
he
yeah,
won't be
yeah.
here by the time we get to
Right.
the
All right, go
main
ahead.
event night too. No, it's a quick answer. Yes, of course, John Cena deserved 17, without a doubt. First ballot Hall of Famer, bona fide legend. Of course, he deserves that. John worked really hard to get there. All right. Okay, main event. Like I said, triple threat, NXT Championship. Femi, Evans, Williams. Go ahead, Knuckles.
The right person won here.
Yeah.
I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I'm underwhelmed of
Mhm.
Trick Williams at this point.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Uh,
Interesting.
When Javon Evans came on NXT and said, "Man, you're not Trick Williams. You're Carmelo Hayes," showing all the signs.
Yeah.
Showing all the signs. You are Carmelo Hayes and Christian put into one. Yeah, the whoop that trick era is over. And I'm okay with that. Like literally, we've said it on this show.
Over before he even gets to the main roster.
We've said this before. Trick Williams very much protected. Only has 15 to 16 minute matches. You can't be that guy and you can't go over 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
I've been pointing that out for the last how long now?
Yeah, and you know
people
what?
thought it was a slight. I wasn't trying to slight him. I'm just saying Trick is super protected.
But let's be honest. The real legends going all the way back, even to the 90s, into the 2000s, into the 2010s, the real main eventers can at least go 20 minutes. At least.
Maybe it's not that he can't. It's just that they are keeping his matches shorter just because that's probably where he thrives in. That's what that's the environment that he thrives in, like shorter 16 to 18 minute matches.
But that's never been the sign of a good wrestler.
I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying that like it is the sign of a company making sure they expand upon your strengths and maybe hide your weaknesses. So I'm not gonna blame them for that. I think that if that is where he works best, then that's where he works best. Now, I understand what you're saying, Knuckles, that most of the main event level talent can go 20, 30, 40 an hour, and keep it entertaining. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Trick hasn't really been tested to that point on his own. But I think that's done by design. To your point.
So hold on, wait. Rewind the tape. Say that one more time.
I don't think Trick has been tested up to this point.
But
what?
No, finish your statement. You don't think Trick has been tested, but you think that's by design.
By design, yes, correct.
That is going to ruin his career.
Okay.
Trick Williams has all the makings to be a superstar. He's got the look. He's got the charisma. Yeah. He's got everything. He's got the theme song. He's probably going to get Def Rebel when he goes to the main roster. But he's got everything he needs.
No, I think that is Def Rebel. I think that is Def Rebel.
Huh?
I think his theme is Def Rebel.
His theme is Def Rebel?
Yeah.
Well, dang, they hit and miss as hell. But him not being tested, you can't. I don't want to go here because it might sound churchy to some people, but you can't have a testimony without having a test. And he'll never have a story about having a legendary career unless he's tested. Anybody who's been majorly protected and has never been tested in the company and in the industry overall has maybe 2% have gone on to have a Hall of Fame career. Maybe 2%. I need them to take the braces and take the leash off of Trick Williams. He's been there long enough to where he can go through one test. One.
I mean, I'm kind of being facetious when I say he hasn't been tested because he was their champion, right? He was the
All his
NXT
matches
champion.
are so short. If they would have gave me Trick Williams and Obafemi for 23 minutes, I'd have been like, hell yeah. But they gave it to us for 16 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 7 minutes of something that I might have seen from Trick that I've never seen before. That made me change my overall opinion about the man and his complete package. But you did not give that to me.
I mean, and I know this is a bad comparison, but I'm gonna make it anyway. If you look at like from WCW with the Goldberg matches, right? What got Goldberg over? Like short, dominant, effective matches. You know, I know it's a different.
That's because he couldn't wrestle.
Right. Well, again,
we are not about to sit here and say Trick can't wrestle, dude.
I didn't say kid. I didn't. Whoa. First of all, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's another form of protection, right? It's all right. Goldberg. Goldberg
was green as hell.
Yeah, he was.
All he had was a spear
and a jackhammer,
and that's all he had.
Yeah. A Trick is
10 times more athletic than Goldberg.
I agree. But I'm just
agile.
using the idea of the company protecting them and expanding upon their strengths. That's all. Like, I don't think they want to put him in a position where they feel like he might fail. Whether that's
he can't go to the main roster with what he's doing right now. Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. Do you think there are still Hulk? I'm not. No offense, John. I'm not. I don't know.
Man, I was about to tell you hold that thought, but don't hold that thought.
Yeah.
Just look up Mark Henry DJ booth, and you'll get my answer to that.
Okay.
Please.
Preach Knuckles. Okay. Testify. Oh, testify. Church. Were Trick's matches entertaining? They were for what they were designed to be. Like I enjoyed Trick as champion, but you can tell that he still needs work. And that's okay. There's a lot of people that still need work, but I enjoy Trick Williams, right? Like as a performer. I enjoy watching his matches. I think he is charismatic, just like Knuckles said. I think that what they're doing with Trick and what they've been doing with Trick works in his favor. I think people like Trick in shorter doses, if that makes sense. They don't have Trick overstay his welcome, right? Get in. I'm not going to get into the psychology of a match right now because that's a longer conversation and I don't want to bore you guys. But basically, get in, do a standard type of match, hit your finish, and that's pretty much it. You know, that's a Trick Williams match for the most part. You know, Bill Goldberg ruined my career. What is this? Bret Hart on the other side of all right. Enough about Trick. I think that this match was really, really good. It was a great way to start off WrestleMania weekend, you know, the wrestling portion of WrestleMania weekend. A lot of people enjoyed this triple threat. And from what I saw, because I missed some of it, but from what I saw, it was one of the better matches of the weekend from what I saw.
Yeah. Javon really, really put on a show. I'm not even gonna hold you.
That boy is bouncy.
That boy is bouncy. He really did a great job.
Yeah.
And overall the match was really good. Really good main event.
Okay. I think a couple of people actually picked Javon Evans to win the title. I'm like, you guys are crazy. But
yeah, a couple of people did.
I'm like, and again, another case of okay, he's over. So are we gonna put the title on him just because he's over? I that's not how it works, guys.
I went on record last week and saying that Javon was a little bit too hip hoppy, young.
I just think he's too. I just don't think he's ready yet. I mean, sometimes it's just as simple as that.
I don't want to say he's not ready. I just don't think the character has completely come to form yet.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And the wrestling ability, I think he's great. But as far as character is concerned, I don't think it's like completely rounded itself out yet.
And that's definitely understandable. Do you agree with me? I don't know. Let's see. The fans who sit way up high on the bleachers at WWE WrestleManias are very dumb. I'm not gonna call them dumb, because they still pay a lot of money to see a very tiny ring from way up high. The best seats is in your house watching it on TV. The best seats is actually at Legends Bar in New York if you can't be at WrestleMania itself. At the Jobber Tears podcast party. But anyway, because that's where I watched it. That's where I watched it. Do I think they're dumb? No. Because WrestleMania is about their environment and the experience. It's not necessarily about watching the matches. Now, I will say this, right? Like, if I pay all of that money to be at WrestleMania, and this is, I'll have some transparency here. This show has been trying to go to WrestleMania together for a couple of years now. One, being in different locations, it's tough to get that whole thing situated. But two, it's just too damn expensive. Like, you're talking about seats that when I went to WrestleMania, well, V and I, we went to WrestleMania in New York, New Jersey. They called it New York, New Jersey, but it's really Jersey. At MetLife for WrestleMania 35, and our seats was actually not that bad. We were like more like closer to the staging area, like but our seats wasn't that bad. It just, we couldn't see when they first came out. Like when they very first got onto the stage, you couldn't see it, but once they started walking a little bit, you could see them like clearly. We could see the ring and everything like that. We didn't pay a fraction of what people are paying to be all the way up top now at WrestleMania. Like, I'm hearing they're paying like $500 or $600 for like the cheapest seats all the way up top. That's more than we paid to be like lower. Like, we were actually probably, V could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we were like, if there's 3 different levels, I think it's the 300, 200, 100, and in floor. I believe we was on the 100 level. V, you could correct me if I'm wrong if you're watching from wherever you're at.
So was WrestleMania 2 nights at this point?
No. WrestleMania didn't go 2 nights until.
That's got a lot to do with it.
WrestleMania, Knuckles, I don't think WrestleMania went to 2 nights until like 38, 39, something like that. Yeah. WrestleMania, I think it was 39. Somebody correct me.
39 was Cody first. 39 was Roman and Cody won.
Yeah.
No, it might be 38.
So it's probably 38.
Yeah.
Was that Cody Seth? That was Cody Seth.
It was Cody Seth.
WrestleMania wasn't 2 nights into 36. Oh my, they went 36. My memory is all.
Yeah. So WrestleMania has been 2 nights for 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a while, I guess. Free V, he's free. He just can't find his way back to the States.
Right.
Yeah.
So to answer, I think that's John's question. Yeah, and at the end, Ray just hit it on the head. I wouldn't call him dumb. Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam are all about experience.
Yeah.
There's a difference between Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam. Royal Rumble or SummerSlam, in my opinion, are, I think, more easily accessible than WrestleMania. As far as maybe location, WrestleMania only has a few select places it's gonna go. LA, New York, maybe Miami, Texas, maybe Dallas.
I don't know about that, bro.
Dallas. Are they gonna? they're just now talking about having a WrestleMania in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah,
That place is huge,
yeah.
and they're just now talking about it. Let's be honest with this, and we're gonna move on. The hub for WrestleMania is New York, LA, Dallas.
Not
The place
anymore.
is-
They said they won't be coming back to New York for WrestleMania for a long time.
And that's an outdoor. That's an outdoor.
So dumb, so dumb. Don't get me started on why MetLife still is open stadium like that. That makes no sense. Why they don't have a roof on MetLife? You're in the Northeast without a roof.
I understand that. I definitely understand that, and that's a valid point. But
Yeah,
to move on, you can okay. He just put another comment. You can barely see them from way up high. Not worth it for me.
you have enough screens in the building to see it.
Exactly. You can go back and tell your grandchildren, I was there when John Cena won his 17th. It doesn't matter where you were in the building, you were there. And I was there when I saw Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair and Io Sky go 22, 17, 18, 19 minutes, whatever, for the women's championship. And it was great. I was there when Joe Hendry fought Randy Orton, and Joe Henry was a surprise entrant. It's the experience. You can go back and say you was there for something.
Yeah. I'm good. You guys can hear me. Audio's good.
Yeah, audio.
All right.
Because your gimmick came apart from your shavings again.
Yeah, I've been working on that, but sometimes I still have a problem with my Burnham. But anyway, so oh, it's together. Yeah, you could barely see. Yeah, you pretty much answered it, and it's about the experience. Like,
and it's not about to get any cheaper too. So just make your decision on whether or not it's worth it or not.
I will say this though, like for me, right, and I can understand John's point. To me, and because I've already been to a WrestleMania now, it is important to me to be able to at least see the majority of it. Like, yes, it's about the experience. Yes, it is worth it if you've never been before. But now at the point of like, and this goes for any wrestling show. If I have to be all the way up top, I'm not going. But that's not even just for wrestling. That's for concerts. That's for anything like that. But that's just me. I'm not judging anybody that does it. But for me, I need to be able, if I'm going to spend money to go to something, I want the full experience now. But that's just me. Do whatever your pockets allow you to do.
And WrestleMania and SummerSlam, WrestleMania and SummerSlam especially. I don't know about Royal Rumble. I don't know if they do it or not. But there's so much other things that are going on that week except for WrestleMania. You got WWE World. You got indie shows that the entire weekend that you can go to. They got the Hall of Fame. They've got SmackDown. They've got the Raw after WrestleMania. All of that is entailed in 5 days. So if you have terrible seats to WrestleMania, okay, that means you might have good seats to SmackDown. You might have good tickets to meet Rhea Ripley personally, or meet Randy Orton and have like your shirt signed or something like that. And then you have good seats to the Raw after WrestleMania, and we'll hit that. We'll hit that in very, very brief, because the Raw after WrestleMania this year, and I think I'm only speaking for myself, is the best Raw after WrestleMania in the last 10 years. I'm just gonna say that, but it's so much other things that go into WrestleMania weekend than just WrestleMania. It used to be just WrestleMania, but now, like I said, it's SmackDown, it's Raw, it's WWE World, it's the Hall of Fame, it's the indie shows, it's Wale Mania, it's so many other things that are entailed.
You better proceed with caution.
And there's so many other things that are put there by design for you to have an amazing weekend. So yes, is it worth it to go? Yes, but not just because your seats might be bad.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. WrestleMania has been primarily in the New York area, but guys, it's New York. I mean, I'm sorry, it is. Like, all right. And their freaking headquarters is in Connecticut. What do you expect? All right. Let's I think that's it with NXT.
Yeah.
So
Everyone but Ray and Bobby had Oba. I'm gonna
okay.
need Ray to get on his job, boy. Ray talking about co-champion this, co-champion that. You ain't sniffed a championship since last year. I love you, brother, but your predictions have been
Oh my.
almighty.
All right. Well, best Raw after Mania and last. Okay. The last 5 to 6 years. What do you think of Austin? I don't. What do you think of Austin Theory at this point? Did he get better? No. All right. Stand and Deliver. What do you give? What do you give Stand and Deliver?
What do I give Stand and Deliver? I give Stand and Deliver a near fall.
You enjoyed it.
I did.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm giving Stand and Deliver a 2 count. I don't know, the NXT shows. I'm spoiled, Knuckles. Like, just because I'm so used to like the NXT.
You're right, Ray. I apologize.
I'm so used to the NXT takeovers from like 10 years ago.
See, that's your problem.
I know, and it's a bias. It's okay. I'll take that. But that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just my enjoyment level it hasn't been, I don't know. It doesn't feel like must-see TV for me anymore. Like, those takeovers from, like, the Black and Gold brand, like, or Black and Gold era, those felt like must-see. Like, I wanted to see those more than the main roster pay-per-views.
I'm with you.
These shows is like,
You also have to realize it's not the same person running them, even though
True.
they're 2 peas in a pod, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. It's not the same people running them. It's not the same caliber of roster.
He did win it in January.
Yeah, he did. I said he was right. It's the NXT roster back then, leaps and bounds better.
Yeah.
You had Adam Cole, you had Undisputed Era, you had Johnny Gargano, you had Samoa Joe, you had who else was in that?
Going to the women, Bianca Belair.
Yeah,
You
Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. You had Rhea Ripley. You had
Io Sky, Candice LeRae. When Candice LeRae was still good.
Yes. Whoa.
Not that she's not now. When she was pushed to be good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All of the people that you're seeing in your main roster, main events on Raw and SmackDown, that was your Black and Gold era of NXT.
Yes.
We're not going to get that anymore. So
I know.
So you have to be open-minded.
I am open-minded. I watched the show.
And you have to realize that you can't sit there and make the comparison. Well, I'm watching NXT and Deliver, and in the back of my mind, if this ain't as good as the Black and Gold brand, then I think the show sucked. You can't think that anymore.
I didn't think it sucked. I didn't. I'm just saying my enjoyment level is not where it used to be.
Your bar is too high.
It might be. But
it
is what it is.
Your bar is too high.
When you set a bar, it's meant to be surpassed. So I'm waiting for them to surpass it. I'm waiting for somebody to surpass it. For me,
it will not be surpassed. I can go ahead and let you. I can tell you that now. It will not be surpassed. Not if you're setting the bar at the Black and Gold NXT. It's not going to be surpassed. It's not.
Seth Steiner says 2 count. Do you guys order TNA pay-per-views? I do not.
I don't.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't. No. I do watch all the highlights. I'll say that. I watch all of the highlights.
I was about to give away.
I watch all of the highlights. I didn't watch Stand and Deliver. I don't get too excited about it either anymore. Yeah, right. I mean, and it's not that the wrestling's bad. It's not as bad. Like, I like NXT. Like, as a whole, I like NXT. It's just it's not hitting for me like it used to. As you drink your electrolytes, yes, get your electrolytes.
Yes.
What was your favorite year from? What was your favorite year from the WWE Ruthless Aggression era and the WWE Attitude era?
Whatever year that was,
It's
Sean
got to
came
be
back.
90. Oh, for Ruthless Aggression?
Whatever year that was, Sean came back.
2002 is when Sean came back. But that was still technically the tail end of the Attitude Era. Because Ruthless Aggression Era is more like 2002 to 2006. I guess that. Yeah, I guess you can say that. Yeah, it's like it's a weird. I think people say that WrestleMania 2002 is the end of the Attitude Era. So like that would be WrestleMania 20? No, 20 was in 04, so it had to be 18. Rock and Hogan.
No. I don't think Ruthless Aggression Era started until Ruthless Aggression happened.
That was 2002, July 2002.
That's what I said. 2002.
I thought you said okay, yeah.
No,
so
when Sean came back. When Sean and Triple H had that series of matches, that was my favorite year.
Okay, so 2002. Okay, that 2002 is a very interesting year though, because it's like half Attitude Era, half Ruthless Aggression Era. Like, so it's
I don't see 2000 and 2001 as Attitude Era.
It is.
I don't see
it. It's considered 2000. If you look up the Attitude Era, it's from 98 to 2002.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, if you're going by the numbers, yes. But tying Stephanie McMahon to a cross and hanging her over and hanging Stone Cold on Undertaker's thing, that's Attitude Era. That's Attitude Era to me.
Well,
that's Attitude Era.
So for me, my favorite year for Attitude Era probably not. It had to be 99, bro. That's Vince and Austin. 99 for the Attitude Era for me.
Vince and Austin was 98 too. Vince and Austin went on for like 2 years.
Yeah, but 99 is the year that McMahon won the Royal Rumble. Remember after the I Quit match with Mick Foley and The Rock, like that, and that's the year that The Rock really started taking off. Also, like 99 was probably the best year of the Attitude Era for me. Like that, yeah. Triple H started getting his push in 99 as well. Okay. And Ruthless Aggression Era, favorite year? Maybe 2006. That was the rebirth of DX. They had that Hell in a Cell match with DX. Yeah, like, cause remember that WrestleMania where both of them did the suck it thing, like, you know, and they was like subtly teasing that they was gonna get back together. I thought that was great. Yeah. That also was Trisha's initial last match that year. And then Lita. That was also that TLC match between Edge and Cena. And we'll get to Cena. Yeah, 2006 was a good year for them. All right, we have to get to WrestleMania, but there are some comments. How high is Mike's enjoyment bar for Trish Stratus? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna get in trouble, so I'm not gonna answer that one. Not on my birthday.
Christian Giraffe. That's how high Mike's enjoyment was. If you can look up and see Giraffe.
Yeah, nope. The day before my birthday, and I want to make it there. All right.
You're already there, sir. 12/19. All right.
It's still tomorrow, sir. All right. It's the 25th.
Oh, it's Friday. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday, sir. I actually personally feel that the Attitude Era started at WrestleMania 13, but on paper, everyone said it's 98. Yeah, I'm going with what they say on paper. It's technically 98 to 2002, guys. Okay, Ruthless Aggression is 2002 to 2008. And then the PG era, I guess, is 2008 until whenever people decided it's not. All right, let's go to WrestleMania Night 1, Knuckles. Oh my. All right, we're coming out with the t-shirts soon.
I gotta give the results for Stand and Deliver first.
Yes, please.
This is where I almost thought it was going to be a tragedy of cataclysmic proportions here. because I had some things wrong on here, but there is a four-way tie for first in stand and deliver result. King V, myself, Sway,
boss.
and Bobby Showalter, each with 5 correct answers. So we go to the tiebreaker, which is the main event match time. And
I want to hear people's match times. Wait, I got it.
Okay, match times. You want to hear yours? You want
For
everybody?
Trick Williams match. Yeah.
Okay, yours was 1838.
Too much.
Yours was King V's was 1908.
Oh man.
Mine was 21 minutes.
You guys are giving Trick too much credit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ray had 1625.
Ooh.
C Thoughts had 20 minutes and 17 seconds. Sway had 20 minutes and 1 second. Christian had 17 minutes.
Christian
Will
was the
King,
closest match time again.
Will King had 1825. And Bobby had 2337. Yes,
Wait, Christian had 17 even.
Christian had 17 even.
He missed it by 2 seconds.
I have been missing it by 4 seconds.
So I'm saying 1658. See, this is why we have to
1656. What's your source?
Wikipedia.
My source is PW Torch. So
okay. All right. Split the difference. It was probably 1657.
But yeah, Christian wasn't in there because he was not tied for first.
Yeah.
The winner of the predictions. Oh my god. It's so ridiculous. King V with 1908 wins the predictions for stand and deliver.
Wow. Congrats, King
All
V.
the way via satellite on location from Nova Scotia, which I conveniently found out through the private chat is actually in Canada.
Yes, it is. It is in Canada. That's the pepper seed is crazy. Doing the pepper seed in Canada is crazy. All right. Congratulations, V. Let's see how long V holds
is on the
on
board. V is on the board for predictions for the end of the year.
Yeah, because he missed 18 AEW pay-per-views. All right. Let's get to let's get to WrestleMania. All right. Night 1. We're just gonna get right into it.
Okay.
Night 1. Jey Uso.
Yep. Everybody.
Yeetamania.
Everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Defeating Gunther by submission to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Wow. Even though I think everybody on this show called it. Knuckles.
I don't agree with this finish at all. It's not believable.
Go ahead. Talk about it.
I'm all down for Jay winning. And if Jay would have hit 3 splashes and pinned him for the win, I'd have been down with that. I'd have been like, yep, okay, cool. That works for me. Sami Zayn didn't tap him out. He pinned him. Cody Rhodes didn't tap him out. He pinned him.
Yeah.
But to have Jey Uso tap out Gunther with Gunther's submission move, hell no. Absolutely not. No. Hell no.
In a real fight, I know
in a real
fight, you're tapping to that if they get that locked in.
In storyline, you're not tapping out. Gunther has never been tapped out in his career.
That's not true. Gunther and V actually just said it. Gunther tapped out to Ilya the same way, and he tapped out actually quicker to Ilya.
Okay, but Ilya Dragunov.
So Bobby Showalter shows up. hold on. I see the conspiracy going on here, right? Last week, Bobby Showalter shows up. This week, Anthony Gamble is in the chat. All right, you know what? Keep it cordial. What's up,
How
Gamble?
you doing, Anthony? What's
How
going
you doing,
on?
Gamble?
How you
Good to
doing,
see
brother?
you. Good to see you. What's going on? Let's keep it cordial. Bobby was cordial last week, so we gonna keep it cordial.
Yeah,
You know,
we keep it copacetic. We keep it on the
Yeah.
up and up
good to see you.
for now.
What'd you
Yeah.
think about WrestleMania? All right. But yeah, Gunther actually did tap out the Ilya super quick.
Ilya Dragunov and Gunther had way better matches than Jey Uso. Gunther, way better. What, bro? Don't eat, bro.
No,
please.
you're right. You're right. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
You're right.
okay.
But
I
let's
thought you was
not
about to
act.
disagree with me.
But when does it matter? Why does that matter?
Jey Uso's not a submission specialist. I mean, neither is Ilya Dragunov, but he does know more than one submission move than a headlock.
I'm staying out of that one.
Tell me the submission moves Jey Uso knows.
I'm not getting into that. I'm not doing it. And you can't make me.
No, we're talking. I want to know the submission moves that Jey Uso knows.
He's not a submission wrestler.
Okay, how many submission moves does Ilya Dragunov know? Probably more than two or
Jey.
three, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
If I had
so
to guess.
if Ilya Dragunov taps out Gunther, I could believe that because he does have some submission moves in his arsenal. Jey Uso hasn't done a submission move ever. And you're going to tap out probably one of the most dominant and powerful world champions there's been in the last 2 to 3 to 5 years, where 70, 75, 80% of his career, he's been a champion, and you're going to tap him out? Fuck out of here. I love Jey Uso, but god darn, this was not believable at all. Congratulations to him. I got to be the dude to say it. This was not believable. And half of the streamers that they got videos of streamers reacting to Jey Uso winning, and 60% of them are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
If he did 3 splashes and pinned him, bam, that's it. Because it would take 3 splashes to finish off somebody like Gunther. Legitimately, the way his character is set up, it takes more than the usual to finish him off. 3 splashes, pin him, bam, that's it. But to tap him out, I didn't agree with that at all.
You didn't like the finish. That's pretty much.
I hated the finish. Like, it was deplorably awful.
Okay, I didn't have a problem with it, but I see what you're saying. Did they take a shortcut on the pin?
There was no pin.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to make sure I understand the question. Take a shortcut. Did they take a shortcut by doing the submission instead of a pin, or? But it's leading to something, and I think that's the bigger picture. Yeah.
What, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee getting choked out on Raw?
That's what happened on Raw, yeah, because we're not going to get to all of Raw. So, yeah, that definitely happened.
Okay, so what does that got to do with Jey Uso tapping him out?
The finish. I don't know.
Gunther could have been just as irate. Either way, he lost the title. So if you get splashed 3 times, you lose. You could still be irate and go after Pat McAfee and Michael Cole because they're the biggest Jey Uso supporters.
Yeah.
So either way, you didn't need the choke out to whatever.
Yeah. Okay. How do we do in this match?
Everybody had Jey, obviously.
All right. Next match was a tag team match for the tag team titles on Raw. The New Day, Kingston Woods. They defeated the War Raiders. Duh.
I didn't agree with this either.
I had a feeling that was the only reason this was on the show. Was for the New Day to win the tag team titles. Literally, they just put this on the show like on Monday,
and that could have happened on Raw.
It could have. But
I didn't agree. I didn't agree with the finish. I didn't agree with the fact that he was even on the show in the first place. I didn't agree with. There's just a lot I didn't agree with. I didn't think Kofi needed to hold his foot to do the whole pin thing, the finish.
The heels.
That was unnecessary.
They're heels.
I understand that, but I mean, you can win a freaking. I mean, honestly, if he wouldn't have held his foot was under the rope anyway. So if Wade would have got that pinfall and the referee not noticed that his foot was under the ropes, then there would have been a gripe. Then it'd have been like, oh well, War Raiders could say, well, his foot was under the rope, but I don't know. There was a lot going on with that match. I think my biggest gripe is the fact that it was on there, but yet you're gonna have a triple threat TLC match for the WWE Tag Team titles on
Man,
SmackDown.
That's gonna be crazy. I'm looking forward to it.
Bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Really? Honestly, let's ask ourselves, what are we doing here? A triple threat TLC is under a regular War Raiders New Day match. Where did we go wrong here?
That's fair.
Do we remember the last triple threat TLC tag team match?
On a SmackDown?
No, on a WrestleMania.
It's probably
Not
been
ladder
what?
match, TLC match. That consisted of the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and
We talking
Christian.
about 17? That's the last time they had one?
A triple threat tag team TLC match? Yes.
Yeah.
The one they had with the Hardys was just a regular ladder match.
Okay.
And look at and what do we call that? We probably call that the greatest, two of the greatest tag team TLC matches of all time.
Yeah.
But yet you're gonna relegate that to SmackDown. Somebody's not thinking clearly here, but moving on. New Day, everybody had New Day.
Well,
For
there you
what?
go.
For
All
what?
right. Jade Cargill defeated Naomi in a singles match.
Great match.
I enjoyed it too.
Great match.
I enjoyed it too. Like, oh man, you know, and this is where I'll say this, and I guess this is just giving away how I felt about night one in general, because you know it's funny, and I'll be transparent with you guys. I watched, well, both nights, with my girl, and I watched it with my pops, and night one, we just kind of kept it quiet. We was just, you know, we just watched it at home or whatever. Night two, we went out, watched it at Legends. We was with the people. Shout out to Mr. Black and everybody over there, Dre, everybody that was at Legends, Big Baby, the Wise brother. You know, after night one, and I'll say, I'll make this quick. We was like, oh, that was pretty good. It's pretty good night one, you know, like, and then I go on the internet and I'm like, people are tearing down night one. And it's just like, man, I hate the internet, bro. Like, I cannot stand it. This is why I miss a lot of stuff that people are talking about, especially when it pertains to wrestling. And see, all right, and NV, this is not an attack on you, but this is literally what some of the things I was saying on the internet. Night one with straight cheeks and this, that, bro, what? Because that's not the show that I saw. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, was there a few things on there that probably could have been on Raw? Yeah. The New Day match didn't need to be on WrestleMania, but also, at the end of the day, it's the New Day. Now, I get it. Yes, you could have had the TLC match. I'm not disagreeing with it. I agree with you, Knuckles. I 100% agree with that. But I literally had to go on the internet and see people didn't like night one. And I'm like, you know what I mean? I think I'm just like, and everybody has a right to their own opinion, right? Like, V, you said it was straight cheeks. Okay, that's your opinion. You know what I mean? And I respect you, bro. I didn't feel the same way. I definitely thought night two was better, right? I will say that. But I thought night one was a solid night one. It was a good way to set up for night two. But that's just my opinion. It was a Monday Night Raw special to me. Okay. All right. Okay. Ray says fuck the internet. Night one was epic. Back-to-back rewatchable matches. Okay. See, again, differences of opinion, right? wrestling, Knuckles, we mentioned this before. It's different flavors of ice cream, right? Some people like vanilla, some people like chocolate, some people like butter pecan. Like, you're gonna find people that don't like one thing and they like the other thing.
Everyone will not be satisfied all at the same time.
Exactly. Seth Steiner, Night One was a near fall for me. So there are people that enjoyed Night One. It seems like a lot of last minute changes. I didn't get that. I didn't really
The
get
only
that
last
vibe.
minute change I had was the match that we'll get to after we finish. Well, the match
Yeah,
we're on. Well, no, we're on Jade right now. Sorry.
Yeah, well, let's finish up with the Jade Naomi match. I mean, nothing really more to say. I think the right person won here. I think Jade needed this more than Naomi, and I think that this is to further that story, and we'll see what happens there. Any last thoughts of that match, Knuckles?
No, I thought it was really good. Jade showed. Naomi made Jade look really, really good. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Naomi made Jade look really, really, really good.
I dug their chemistry also. Thought it was good chemistry.
Absolutely. And I think that's, with Jade coming up with Bianca and Naomi when she first got there, I'm pretty sure they were matched up for a reason. Like, okay, we're gonna make you guys a trio, but Naomi and Bianca, you guys know what to do. Bring her through the ropes, get her through the paces, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Jade and Naomi could go on until SummerSlam and I'd be happy with it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of layers to her story. But yeah, as far as predictions are concerned, everyone but Bobby and Sway got that right. They got Jade.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. Jacob Fatu defeated LA Knight to win the United States Championship. This was solid as well. Congrats to Jacob Fatu. That moonsault into the BFT.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, you could tell he didn't quite catch it the way he wanted to catch it, but the premise and the purpose was there. We knew what he was trying to do.
To me, he did it. I thought it was great. I thought that was one of the best counters in WrestleMania history. Like that was one phenomenal.
Of the best counters in history. Period.
Yeah.
Think about the things that had to go through there. You got Jacob Fatu, who isn't a cruiserweight. He's not a cruiserweight.
Right.
So he's flipping through the air. That's a lot of weight distribution going through the air. And you have to catch him. And plus, he's going away from you.
Yeah.
Let's think about that. You got to catch a guy by his head who's moving in the opposite direction that you're going.
Yep.
So think about how difficult that is. I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you, Mike. That was a great spot.
I loved it.
And the fact that they pulled it off as good as they did, kudos to them.
And Jacob didn't, again, psychology thing here. He didn't kick out of it. Rope break. Right? Smart. Very smart. Yep. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say, but I thought this match was really good, and I love that counter. And I think Jacob won in a dominant fashion, and yeah, I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I'm with you. I enjoyed it all the way through.
All the WrestleMania period this year was the closing of multiple chapters and the opening of new ones, which is what WrestleMania is about. Yeah. Well exactly.
Very well put.
BOT is definitely turning into the new RKO, and I am perfectly fine with that.
Yep.
We'll get to RKO when we talk about the next night. All right, how do we do on that? I know that I got that one wrong, but yeah, how did everybody else do?
And you were the only one to get it wrong.
Of course I am. Of course I am. Right. Yeah. All right, I'm a stupid idiot, I guess. Stupid idiot. All right. El Grande Americano, the Big American, defeated Rey Fenix. Now, just to clarify here, if you had El Grande Americano winning, you got the point. If Rey Fenix would have won and you had Rey Mysterio winning, you got the point.
Yep.
So that's just how we had to do it there. I mean, last minute changes.
That didn't need to be there. Sorry.
De nada, Christian. Gracias. All right. I love the big American. All right. No, I predicted Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I said
Yeah, you got it
everybody
right.
but Mike got it right.
Yeah, you got it right.
Are
It's
you
okay,
okay?
Ray. It's
You
okay,
going through
Ray.
something in your life? Everything all right?
No. All right. Yeah, I mean, Ray Phoenix gets his first WrestleMania singles match here. Losing effort, but I don't think it hurts him.
No, let's go
I was
ahead
gonna
and
say
put him
Chad
and his
Gable.
brother together.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and do that. We need more tag teams in the main roster, not just
Yeah.
put together ones.
Right. Actual tag team. How do we doing this?
I was the only one got it wrong. I had Rey Mysterio winning.
Yeah, that happens, bro. That happens.
It happens. Head ass.
No, Ray, I did not get it right. You heard what he said. No, let me stop. All right. Tiffany Stratton defended the WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. Woo. Tiffany Stratton retained.
Yeah, she did.
This match did not have the chemistry that most people thought that they would, and I think it has to do with a lot of the real life drama between them two.
Real life drama caused by who?
Both of them.
Who started it?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I'm not backstage there.
Come on, man. We know who started that whole thing.
Yeah, well. Regardless of who started it, it just I don't know. Something didn't hit for this match for me. Well, with this match for me. I think people, you know what it is? I think our expectations for it was so high because it was
we've been looking for this match for months.
And I guess when it happened, it just was like
we were talking about this even before Charlotte even started mentions of Charlotte coming back were a thing.
Yeah.
We were like, we want to see Charlotte and Tiffany because they're so much alike.
Yeah. Almost to the point of even wearing like the same color gear. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And this isn't the first week that they did that. Like, I think even during one of the talking segments, they both were wearing black. And it was almost like who's who here. They're both blonde. Like, and I know that's done on purpose.
But here's the thing: Tiffany's been wearing pink the majority of her career. Charlotte has worn pink, blue, white.
Yeah, no,
purple at some point. Yeah, so I mean,
but no, it was definitely to show the similarities between them two. That was definitely done on purpose, that they wore similar colors in their match. Because at one point, even Monty, love you, baby, was like, who's who? Like, she thought it was Charlotte, and it was actually Tiffany. You know what I mean? So it was like, yeah, those things happen. Charlotte Tiffany was a mother versus daughter match. That match with Sandy is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was fine. It just wasn't as good as people expected it to be, in my opinion. But I think the right person retained or won. But yeah,
it's about time. It's about time Charlotte realized her position in the company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Time to start giving back. You don't have to take all the time anymore. Start giving back.
Yeah.
Time to make doing the JOB on the PPV your main focus.
I wouldn't go that far.
Shit, me. I would.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely happened, but I think that was on purpose. All right. To answer Ray's question, how do we do in that match with your very New York shirt on?
Very New York. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everyone but Ray got that right. Even you, Mike, who changed his prediction at the last
Yeah. That's also possible, and you guys can do that. All right.
It's written down in ink. It should be final.
Nah, that's not fair. All right. That's not fair. All
Each and
right.
every one of you are fired.
Oh man. All right, the main event. Triple threat match. Seth Rollins
Yes.
defeats CM Punk, who came out with Paul Heyman, and the only tribal chief, Roman Reigns. It happened.
I'm going to correct myself. Apparently, a lot of us saw this coming, but I remember myself saying 3 to 4 weeks ago that Paul Heyman would join Seth Rollins. I didn't hear anybody else on this show saying that, but I don't know. Matter of fact, next week I'll have receipts. But I know for sure I came on this show when this match was first announced, and I said, "Yeah, Paul Heyman's
Yeah, likely you did, but like I know I did hear you say that. A lot of people did say that as well, but yeah, I definitely heard you say that.
They see the writings on the wall.
Oh man. Wait, hold on. A result I enjoyed, but that match was you didn't enjoy the triple threat?
Wow.
What? I like, but you know what? Again, I like to see everybody's opinion on it, and
Yeah.
I think now it's hard for me because it's like I was told to watch it differently, right? Like to watch WrestleMania differently, and it's difficult, right? Like because we've gone on the show and we've asked wrestlers that's been on the show, do you still get to watch as a fan? And it's hard because now you literally have a different lens, and it is really difficult to sit there and just watch it as a fan now. That's why when people say they didn't enjoy something or they did enjoy something, I'm looking like, the footwork was all bad on it. You know, I said, oh man, they totally ruined that. Like, but with WrestleMania, I did my best to try to just watch as a fan. I wasn't, trying to like overanalyze anything or, if it was really bad, then yeah, I noticed it. But there was nothing. I mean, this is the WWE, right? So there was nothing that was like extremely bad that, it was like, oh my God, what are they doing out there? So V said he liked the drama of it all. Well, that's what the match was all about, though. It's about the drama, the story, and everything like that. It really wasn't about like the actual wrestling. It was about the story. But okay, it's fair. Looks like a new faction brewing. Between who, Chris?
Oh, you didn't watch Raw?
I did, but I didn't know he was there. Between okay, Breaker, Heyman, and Rollins. Yeah,
I already know who the third person is going to be.
There's another person being added.
Oh yeah, the signs aren't there yet, and I'm going on record on the 25th of April on 2025 saying there's a third member coming, and I already know who it is. Who? Becky Lynch will be the female representation in Paul Heyman's new stable. Mark it down.
Okay, that's not out of the question. Right, that makes sense. Oh my, we're gonna get you a t-shirt. All right. Yeah, this was my favorite match of night one. I mean, the triple threat main event. It had everything. That spear into the pedigree spot, we've seen it before, but it was so smooth at WrestleMania this year. Like, yeah, they probably done it 100 times, but it just felt seamless here. You know what I mean? I really like the falsy where everybody hit their finish. Like, I think Roman hit a spear, and then, or maybe Punk hit the go to sleep. I'm trying to think of the spot, but everybody got their finish in. And then they did like a triple down. It wasn't even a double down, it was a triple down. Really cool. 3 of the best ever, with Reigns, Punk, Rollins. No way this was gonna be bad. It's too much talent in there for it to be. Paul Heyman, the excellent swerve with hand in the chair, the Reigns, and then the low blow.
That low blow on Reigns was extra. Like that was a little. I mean, I said,
Yeah, he kept it there a little too long, but it's fine. Same thing. Ray told me that the other day. Knuckles, Becky Lynch joining. See, okay, so Ray told him the other day that Becky Lynch is joining him. Okay, I can see that. Take that look Sammy gave Jay at Raw strongly into consideration. Yeah, it was subtle, but Sammy did look at Jay. He was like behind him, and I think the fans thought that Sammy was going to turn for a second, but he didn't, and I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad it was a nice babyface celebration on Raw for Jay. But yeah, Ray, you're right. You're right. All right.
I have to look at that again.
Check it
I'm
out.
not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I watched the segment, but I was too goddamn nervous to pay attention to anything else because I was like, I just know something's gonna happen.
And I'm
like,
glad it didn't.
And I was so nervous. I was watching it in the car. I was like, God, please don't let nothing happen. Just like go to the commentary table or like go to a backstage segment or something.
Yeah.
Hurry up. And like, yeah, like stop it. Like, but yeah, I have to go and look at that.
Check it out. I thought this match was better than the other championship matches. Yeah. Well, definitely better than the other world championship match, but the men's world championship match. We'll get to the other triple threat match in a second, actually. Yep, Sammy and Becky are two people I think will join Seth, Paul. Oh man. Seth
Paul and Heyman.
Seth, okay, yeah, that's why I stopped. Seth, Breaker, and Heyman.
Hey, guess what? Via satellite.
Yeah, Seth, Paul, and Heyman is crazy. I stopped myself. That's why I was like, wait, join Seth, Paul. Yeah. I saw it in Heyman. I was like, yeah.
Right. Hey, Seth, Paul, and
yeah, now you good, right? You good. We got it. All right. So that was the main event of night one.
Yep.
Any final thoughts and how did we do on that prediction?
On the prediction of the last match. Me, myself, you, Ray. I don't know what his name was then, but C Thoughts, Bobby, and Will got that right.
Okay. All right. With that being said, we're gonna move on to night two.
Bobby and Will, C Thoughts and Will with a perfect first night.
Good for them. I'm very happy for them. But it's all together, so we're gonna keep going here. So wait a minute. Even with our count, do we rate them separately?
What do you mean? No.
Like night one and night two, like night one, two count, or
night one.
Three count?
Night one was a 2 count for me. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna give. Okay, so we are gonna rate them separately. Okay, so you answer my question on the air. All right. Night one is a 2 count.
I mean, when else would I do it? We're not going to talk about WrestleMania next week.
Oh well, okay. So night one was a 2 count for you. I'm gonna agree with you that was a 2 count, but it's not a bad 2 count. Like there are good 2 counts. Like it was okay. I thought night one was probably better than most people thought it was.
5 out of the 7 matches were good.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Not for WrestleMania though.
I mean, it's night one, right?
If this was Backlash and you gave me 5 out of 7 good matches, okay. But it's your biggest show of the year.
I disagree with that. I don't think every match needs to be like a banger.
Not all of them, but you got to do better than 5 out of 7.
I think that's a good average, but okay. I hear you. I will take it. I would even take a 4 out of 7, but all right.
No.
Because, bro, you need cooldown. Like, not every match needs to be like fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think people need to like know their role on a card and play that. Like, not every match needs to be.
Let me ask you a question, Mike.
Yeah.
That's a question because you are training to be in the business.
Right. 1 count for V, by the way. I'm listening.
I don't know that.
3 count for Ray. I'm listening though. Go ahead.
One count. Okay, but you're training to be in the business.
Yeah,
right.
I'm in the business.
So let's
but
just say let's say in just for example's sake right now, because you're still training, but I hope you do get to that level to where you're on a WrestleMania card one day. But let's just say you're on a WrestleMania card.
Yeah.
And you're a cool down match. How do you feel?
I mean, of course you don't want to be a cool down match. Like you don't want people to like go to the bathroom during your match. You want them to care about you. But at the end of the day, you also need to know that you're not in the main event. Okay, you're not, especially if you're a match that has like no real heat behind it. You have to know your position. Everybody has a role on the show. So if you're put in a position where you're if you're put in a position where you're like a comedy act or something like that, or I use the word cool down because that's the best thing I can think of. That if you're going on at the Jay and Gunther and you're the New Day, right? You know, you're going on after a World Heavyweight Championship match that had blood, that had a dominant world champion. You know that, right? So yeah, you want your match to be good, but you're not necessarily in that position to do the best that you can at that point. Like you're gonna try, but like you're not in that position. You're not given the tools at that point to be that match of the night in a sense.
That's fair, I guess.
Hold on. Yeah, not every match has to be a banger because you need your bathroom break matches. I don't even like the term bathroom break, right? Like, and that's one of the things that we kind of like they stress in the school that I'm training. You don't want to be a bathroom break. Yes, people need time to go to the bathroom. This is true. And WWE does a great job of giving you guys enough video packages and all kind of stuff after the match ends that you can run to the bathroom. But anybody that's been in a crowded stadium knows that that's not enough time sometimes. Like sometimes I missed a whole match one time trying to go to the bathroom.
So can we say in independent circuits, they have intermissions?
Correct.
So can we say the New Day match was an intermission, but it wasn't an intermission?
It's a little disrespectful. I wouldn't say that. No. I wouldn't say that. It's a little disrespectful. I wouldn't call it an intermission match. I just think that.
Okay, so what's the difference between an intermission and a cool down?
I don't know. I don't think they're
it's the same thing in sports. You play a whole half of baseball, or you play a whole half of football, or a whole half of basketball. What do you have in a cool down? You have halftime. You have an intermission.
Yeah, you have timeouts as well.
But halftime is 15 minutes.
Yeah, to go and
an intermission an intermission at a independent show is like 15, 20, maybe 25 minutes, maybe even 30.
Yeah.
So you're basically sitting here telling me that the New Day match was a freaking goddamn intermission match.
I guess by proxy. That's not exactly what I meant, but I guess by proxy, yes, that is essentially what I'm saying.
Who wants to be the freaking intermission match?
Nobody does, right? But at the end of the day, that's what happens, especially when you're at the WWE level.
If you would have given me Jey Uso, then given me the triple threat TLC match, then giving me Grande Americano, seeing that Rey Mysterio wasn't even going to be in the match anyway, I would have gave this an earful. But you gave me a New Day match that had no business on the card in the first place because nobody freaking cared. Everybody already knew New Day was going to win. It did not matter. It didn't bring any legitimacy, or it did not bring any star power to the pay-per-view itself, because New Day's already getting booed. Yeah, super heat, blah, blah, blah. War Raiders, who really cares? Nobody. So, and then you give us Grande Americano with a person who was scheduled in the match but got hurt, is not in the match. You replace him with Rey Fenix, who's a great competitor. I love him. But Grande Americano, I don't know where this character is going. We all know it's Chad Gable. He's winning with a freaking thing. Mike, don't do this. Don't do this. We all know it's Chad Gable. What luchador got to build like a darn what luchador got to build like a heavyweight?
I can name a few. Have you been to Mexico lately?
No, I haven't.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe you should take a trip. Whenever you see me, y'all take a trip down to Mexico. But
I'll get my fill with AAA. But for right now, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a lot of cruiserweights with 8-packs. Yeah, damn it.
Gracias.
Don't insult my. Gracias.
I wasn't trying to challenge why you gave it a 2 count, Knuckles. I was just simply saying that I would take a card with 5 matches that I really enjoyed out of 7. I would take that. That to me, that's a good card.
Or
But
just don't go.
I'm not gonna.
You don't have to go to the bathroom.
All right, let's continue. I gave it a 2 count as well. We got to get to night 2 so we can get about here. All right. It opened with Io Sky defending against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. And I will say this, the environment that you watch wrestling in does change your perception of the show tenfold. A lot of times feel differently than people that watch it at home. I'm sure people that watch it at home feel differently than people like me that watched it at the bar with other wrestling fans going crazy. Different environment for different people. V says it was the match of the night, match of the weekend, excuse me. For me, it was that and the triple threat from the night before. The 2 triple threat matches were amazing to me. Well, I just gave it away. I thought this was perfect. Bianca Belair gets pinned. Very interesting that Bianca Belair is the one that took the pinfall here. Yeah, I mean, interesting. Very interesting. She's no longer undefeated at WrestleMania.
I would not have put that. Well, I wouldn't have had that go. I'd have had Rhea take the pin because she was the one who really necessarily didn't have to be in the match in the first place.
Well, yes and no. She also just lost her title to Io a month ago. So
okay, who's fault is that? Nobody told you to
Bianca's.
No, because I mean, I see what you're saying, but let's if we're putting this in relative terms,
yeah,
Bianca was cheering for both participants.
Yeah,
Rhea just didn't see the fact that she was like, "Oh, Rhea, come on, let's go get back in the ring." All she saw was her cheering for Io. So Bianca earned her spot by winning Elimination Chamber. Io was already the champion. Nobody told Rhea to go out there and lose. I know I'm saying this in realistic terms, but it's right. Nobody told Rhea to lose. Nobody told Rhea to sit there and pay more attention to Bianca Belair and thinking she had the championship in the bag, and then Io counters with a Hurricane Rana and pins her. Nobody. So really, what point did Rhea have in this match, other than being another Christian Cage one more match?
Yeah. It worked.
Help me make it make sense.
It worked. It worked. Rhea being in there worked. This match worked. All 3 incredible athletes put on a performance of a lifetime for WrestleMania. So happy for Io. The bar, Legends Bar in New York City, went crazy for Io retaining, getting the pin on Bianca. We're talking about grown men jumping out of their seat when Io retained her championship. Awesome. Simply put, awesome. Knuckles?
No, it was good. I'm glad. I am very much glad Io won. We kind of see this, the fact that she was just getting shitted on every goddamn week. They had something to do with,
like I said last week.
Yeah, she was just getting shitted on over and over to the point where there was no toilet paper left. Yep. So the fact that she won, really cool. I like the way she won with the over the moonsault during the When I say she won, there's only one person that won, right?
Pronouns, pal.
I like the way she won. There's only one person that won. Io Sky.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it. English teacher, Mr. Feeney, face ass.
Wow, Mr. Feeney.
Mr. Feeney,
all right, I'm sorry.
Girl, face ass.
We got it. That's why I said Topanga, who was there at WrestleMania.
Everybody ain't old as us. Oh,
Topanga. All right. I didn't hit the button.
I did. I really did.
Oh man. All right. Focus, Knuckles.
Okay.
See, even before I. Yep.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Shit. Hell. All right. Anyway.
Was Judy there, by the way?
No, she's
A
Tippler.
little preoccupied. Got it.
Yes.
Oh man!
I heard she was in Vegas though, but not for.
Oh my!
Anyway,
Oh my! Oh man!
Anyway,
I heard she enjoys coming to Vegas. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like the way Io Sky won the match with the over the moonsault during the pinfall attempt by Bianca. After the KOD, I do like that. Other than that, this was definitely top 2 matches of the weekend. I agree with V. This was definitely, if not top 2, top 3 of the weekend.
Yeah, I agree. All right. How are we doing this? We gotta keep going.
You, me, Sway.
I can't say that on YouTube, right? Sorry.
Hell no. You, me, Sway, Christian, and Bobby got it right.
All right. All right. Let's keep going here. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre defeats Damian Priest. This was enjoyable. This was actually really enjoyable, man.
It was. It was really
Claymore into the chair for the finish. Oh. And Damian ate that Claymore, bro.
Yeah,
like,
did.
oh,
He
like,
really did.
Oh my god,
he really did.
I really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed that.
The table spot was good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Drew only loses title matches. If there ain't no title on the line, he can win all the goddamn wants to. I'm just saying. I mean, it seemed like every time he has a match on a premium live event and there's no title on the line, Drew wins. But goddamn, you put some darn gold on the line, you watch him cave in like a goddamn.
Yeah.
I mean,
I really enjoyed this.
Okay, now we should change it. LOL. Drew McIntyre loses the important matches.
Right, there you go. There you go.
There we go. All right. The
title matches.
The velocity matches, he wins them all.
Oh yeah, Claymore, talk less Claymore.
Yeah. I see what you did there. All right. I see what you did there.
Exactly.
Talk less, Claymore.
Well, no, that was his whole gimmick. He had a shirt that said that.
Oh, he said that? He had a shirt that said that?
He had a shirt that said talk less, Claymore. I thought that was dope.
Oh, I thought you came up with that.
No, I'm not gonna take credit for stuff that I didn't come up with like other shows do. I'm not gonna do that. All right. Some of the people that I see at Women Crush Wednesdays. Anyway, shout out to Battle Club Pro. All right, let's continue.
Yes, Christian, he is allergic to gold. Yes.
Yeah, like we get allergies during the spring and everything. Yeah, anytime he gets the title match, he 1, 2, 3.
Sneezes it away.
Yeah, exactly.
At 2.
Shit. What happened? LOL, Drew loses. Oh man, we're just having fun here. Shade, but yes. Drew wins a match here. How are we doing this?
Everybody but me got it wrong. We got it right. No, I take that back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, check.
Everybody but me and Christian got that right because Christian chose to use all of my answers. Yeah. Don't do that anymore, Christian. have your own opinion.
Oh man.
And I will explain why you don't do that when we get to the result.
Okay, let's keep going. Another banger of a match here. Fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship.
Great.
Dominic Mysterio defeats Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Penta to win the IC title. Great finish.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic's knocked on the top rope on one corner.
Yeah.
Finn hits the coup de grace onto Penta.
No, Finn hits
Breaker
on Braun.
On Breaker. Okay, on Breaker. Frog splash during the pin. Dominic pin spin.
Yes.
Wins the Intercontinental Championship.
Great storytelling here.
Ah, man. And V says, told you. All the way from Nova Scotia. Yeah. There is no such thing. So Christian, the go for the pinholes don't like being co-champs. There's no such thing.
Right.
There's no
And that's the last time we're going to say that. That is the extreme, very last time we're going to say that. The next time we're going to have to take executive and authoritative action.
Authoritative, okay.
Because guess what, Ray? If you'd have won these predictions outright, would you be a co-champion with Sea Thoughts? I don't think so.
Knuckles.
That's the last time we gonna say that. I wonder if you're gonna be like Lay Cool at the end of the year and cut your belt in half and give it and mail the other half to Sea Thoughts. I don't think you're going to do that.
Oh man, because that doesn't exist. We not Lay Cool. All right. Where were we? Oh yeah, Dominic wins. So yeah, great moment.
I loved it.
I did too.
I'm trying to be very politically correct when I say this.
Don't. Well, actually, yeah, you should.
Actually, yeah, I should.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio. Just to hear the praise that he got from his peers. Can we delete comment?
Not live.
Oh, damn it. All right.
Maybe our producers can. I don't know.
We have to cut that in post.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Cena, The Rock.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman.
I actually can delete it, but I'm not going to. Okay, continue.
Please do. But no, John Cena, The Rock, Paul Heyman, all of those guys had so much good things to say about Dom. And it just goes to show, like, this guy, we forget, this guy has been in the WWE as a person we know since he was like 8.
Yeah.
The
custody of Dominic.
Custody of Dominic ladder match.
Where the fuck is Becky? Mother.
And then he comes in as, you know, with the tag team with his father.
Yeah.
And
wins the titles, right?
What year was that he came in with his dad?
It was during the pandemic, right? Yeah, because I remember Seth beating the crap out of him, like when there was no fans. Yeah, it had to be like
2020.
Had to be 2000. I mean 2000, 2020, 2000. Jesus Christ! Hit the button. 2000.
Oh,
yeah, hit the button.
I got
2000. Was he even born yet?
Yeah, probably not.
Stop it. Get some help.
But no, like, so 2020, let's give him 2020, so 5 years. In 5 years, he's been a tag champion. He's been a 2-time North American champion, and now he's the Intercontinental champion.
Yeah. And y'all keep saying that he's not going to be a world champion. Not y'all, but there's people out there that's like, he's not going to be a world champion.
He will be.
Dominic will definitely win a world title. Are they going to give him a push for the upcoming future? Yeah, Christian. He's already getting a push. Like,
doing it now.
Yeah. And that genuine reaction, like I said, I was in a bar in New York. The genuine reaction, you know, New Yorkers are tough already on, like, especially with wrestling. They gave him a genuine reaction. So much so that Dominic actually ran back to the ring to continue celebrating because he was out. They said, no, go back. All right.
Curtain call.
Yeah.
And that's leading to, I love the fact that he got the pin on Finn. They're booting Finn the hell up out of there.
Yeah.
They're getting him the hell up out of there.
It's time. It's time for Finn to be a babyface again.
It showed even on Monday with the return of JD McDonough. Good to see him back.
Yeah, I mean,
JD
scary injury.
JD comes back and helps Dominic beat Penta on Monday.
Yep.
And just the look on Finn's face, they're getting him the hell up out of there. But this was a great moment for Dom. And I'm pretty sure him and his dad shared a moment. outside of the barriers of the eyes of the IWC. I'm
I don't know why they would do that, Knuckles. They don't like each other. And Dom thinks he's a deadbeat, so I don't know why they would do that, but yeah. Dominic is definitely going to be world champion, especially once he gets a real heavy.
I don't think he needs a heavy.
He
doesn't
might
have a
win it
heavy
as a
now.
babyface. He might win it as a babyface.
Oh no,
he might.
Hell no. Dominic as a babyface.
Dominic's already getting over as a baby. They're gonna turn him soon. So,
but that's only because of Finn. Once Finn leaves,
I don't know, bro. I think that
I want Dominic to be heel for the rest of his career.
Not gonna happen.
Dominic
not gonna happen.
Dominic is a more believable heel than he is a babyface.
He is, but the problem is people are already starting to like him, like a lot as a babyface.
That's just how the crowd is.
Exactly my point. So if he starts getting over organically as a babyface, like he is, hold on. See, yeah, Gamble even said his babyface run is gonna go crazy. Like it's gonna be crazy, printing money. It's already started. It's already started.
So are we turning the entire Judgment Day babyface?
No.
Okay, so that means
I don't even think Judgment Day will be a thing like, in the next year or two.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If we're already showing the phases of him turning baby,
yeah,
he's gonna have to turn on Finn. Finn is a babyface. Doesn't work for me. I like Finn as a heel. I would rather have Dom as a babyface and keep Finn heel. I would rather that. Finn is a heel. I don't know if they give him his old music back. Yeah.
You mean Finn is a babyface?
Yeah. If Finn is a babyface with his old music, yeah, with the lights and the that whole thing.
Yeah,
that's cool. But
yeah.
Finn is Finn is just a better heel to me, and I think Dom is a better heel than a babyface too. But I don't know. What do I know?
You know a lot. All right, Dominic ran up on Scott Steiner and waved the IC.
He did. It was after the fact. He was like, "Oh yeah, make sure you get this on camera." He was like, "Look." He was waving the IC title in Scott Steiner's face, and Scott Steiner was like, "You cheating mother."
Oh my.
Yeah, it was funny. All
right. Okay, Randy Orton's. Oh wait. We have to give the results of that. Oh, yes, we did it already.
Everybody but me and Christian got it right. Christian, stop freaking taking other people's answers. I'm telling you.
Okay, so Gamble says JD turns on Dom to elevate JD towards Dom. Is now okay. So JD turns on Dom. It could happen. I mean, I think that they're putting it in place that Dom's gonna be a babyface. So like I could definitely see either JD or Finn turning on Dom, and I don't know, but then what happens with Liv? I guess Liv and Raquel.
Exactly.
I don't even know. I don't know.
If you turn Dom, you're gonna have to turn the whole group.
No, I mean Liv could just dump him. That also would get her more heat and get him sympathy.
That would definitely make him a babyface.
Yeah, that could happen. All right, let's get through WrestleMania, guys. It's already after 1:00 a.m. here on the East Coast. All right. Randy Orton's open challenge. It was answered by TNA's champion, Joe Hendry. You say his name, and he appears. They believe in Joe Hendry. All right. Okay, Gamble says Raquel's eventually going to turn on the Judgment Day.
Raquel's turning into the female Big Show.
Well, all right. I thoroughly enjoyed this whole match segment. Like everybody's saying, "Oh, Joe Hendry got buried." Oh, you guys love using inside terms. Joe Hendry was buried. He's a jobber. He's this. He's that. Man, bro. Joe Hendry just wrestled a match at WrestleMania
with Randy Orton.
With Randy Orton as the TNA World Champion.
Yep. There's no lose in this situation.
Buried?
There's no
What?
lose in this situation.
It's not.
There's no
I
lose.
loved that whole thing. I love the finish with the and then the RKO. Oh my god, the RKO
Yeah.
out of nowhere. From a production standpoint, that was awesome, bro. Because you literally just see Joe, and Joe, to his credit, is looking at the camera the whole time. Sometimes in wrestling, we telegraph things, right? We'll give it away that like the person's coming or whatever. It was even good because John Cena did basically the same thing on Raw, where he didn't telegraph that Randy Orton was right behind him, even though everybody saw Randy Orton was right behind him. And he turns around, you just said really quick, shit. Yeah, I love that also. Right. It was very shit. Just dropped the button, and then stuff like that it's so important not to telegraph stuff like that, especially for the people on TV that's watching on TV, because I just thought he was having a Joe Hendry moment. Boom, out of nowhere. He didn't even, it wasn't even a slight of the eyes. You know, like he didn't, it wasn't even the eye. He's looking at the hard camera the whole time, right? Next thing you know, down. Like he never turned to look. I love that.
So Ray said, "Man, Randy in WWE made TNA and Joe Henry look foolish.
Not a
Who
chance.
would you have put in that spot, Ray? I hope you say this one person's name so I can just shut down the conversation. I would like to know. No, you don't look. You've already got a partnership. Joe Henry was the only representation of TNA on WrestleMania. Really?
Yeah.
This man Joe Hendry just like Mike just said, he wrestled in front of 60,000+ people. You're wrestling. Joe Hendry is good, but getting squashed like that. You was expecting him to win? Were you expecting him to have a 25-minute classic?
Maybe he was expecting a longer match. Maybe a more competitive match, but I don't think you needed to do that.
This was meant to have, the whole purpose of this was to have Randy win in his 20th WrestleMania. Now, if we'd have put him up against somebody that would have put this whole thing in question, then it would have spoiled the whole 20th anniversary of Randy Orton being at WrestleMania. Now, if that was the case, if you wanted him to put him against somebody like, then why didn't Nick Aldis take the challenge? He's the one that got RKO'd.
Yeah.
So you would have put Nick Aldis in that,
but like I said last week, that's something to build towards. It's not a. Yeah, I wouldn't just have Nick Aldis just randomly. All right, yeah, let's do this match now.
This was basically something to give Randy Orton a win on his 20th WrestleMania and give Joe Henry a platform that he probably will never experience ever again unless he goes to another WrestleMania. What $60,000 arena TNA is about to hit?
Yeah.
And you got the world champion.
I didn't expect Joe to win, but at least 10 minutes. I can understand people's gripe with that, but I thought it was good for what it was meant to do.
Joe looks more like a gimmick wrestler now. Now?
Say his name. Come on. Like, Thank
you.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think this was a bad spot for Joe. Major pop.
A huge pop.
Yeah.
There's no lose here.
Yeah.
A gimmick wrestler now is crazy. As if he wasn't a gimmick.
Ray might be trolling. All right. All right. We didn't know this was happening, so we did not predict Randy's match. Let's keep going.
Yep.
I think this is where I kind of messed up here. Logan Paul defeats AJ Styles in a singles match.
Yeah. This was really good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be real quick. This is This is more or less leading to something with Karrion Kross.
Of course, we saw more of that on Raw.
Yeah, and really, honestly, you're not the only one that. Jesus Christ!
Oh,
only 2 people got this right out of the 9 that's in the predictions. Only 2 of them got it right, and that's Ray and Sway.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, everybody else had AJ.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. Tag team match for the women's tag team championship. Lyra and Becky Lynch defeat Liv Morgan and Raquel. Had I known that Becky was going to be in this match, I would not have shown, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, the funny thing is that night, as soon as Becky's music hit, I'm like, all right, they're going to win the titles. They're losing it tomorrow night. I literally said, you could ask my girl. I was like, yo, they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it.
I think everybody saw that. This was even a lot of people in like streaming. I watch videos of streamers' reactions to certain things that happen, big things. Yeah. Even a lot of the streamers like, yeah, they're going to turn her the next night because it made no sense. Why would you give Lyra Valkyria 2 titles and you're really not even, you really don't have a spotlight on her and she's the Intercontinental Champion?
It literally was just to get Becky to turn heel on her, but I don't know. I wouldn't have taken the titles over Liv and Raquel. Like that made no sense to me whatsoever.
It was only to turn
Becky. Yeah, to turn Becky. Yeah, I get it. I get that, but taking sacrificing the titles for an angle.
We should have known Becky was going to turn because she's a liar anyway.
Wow.
She was just on somebody's interview talking about
I won't be at WrestleMania.
Like, I'm not wrestling. You know, I'm happy being a mom. Blah blah blah. And a week later, you're at WrestleMania.
It's called the work, pal.
You clocked in. You sure did. You worked. Clocked in. Hard hat. Pack a lunch.
What I mean is that Joe Hendry looks like he's going to be an R-Truth when he gets to WWE. If he gets to WWE.
Well, he's already. Never mind.
All right. How did we doing? I guess everybody got that wrong.
Everybody got that wrong.
We suck. All right. The main event. The main event. And then we get out of here. John Cena defeats Cody Rhodes to win his 17th world title after interference by Travis Scott. Fiend.
I mean, if you don't shut your ass up. So goddamn sick of that damn song. Swear to God, if I hear that song one more time, I'm gonna pile drive myself into the floor. I'm gonna do a handstand and just let my hands go.
Marsha power drove one of our poor students on Wednesday. I'm like, oh my God. First one he ever took. He was out for a while. All right, yes. But let's be real. This is political. If you watch Bayley's interview with CBV, I haven't seen that yet. You know that Bayley was gonna lose if she was in the match.
I haven't watched it either.
I mean, yeah, we all knew Bayley was gonna. We all knew that Lyra and Bayley was not beating Liv and Raquel. Mama Rose frown face. Oh, was she with The Rock? Look at your boy, Mama Rose.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I don't know. No, fuck that.
Yeah. We're clear, Rock.
You think just because? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I was about to say something else. You think just because I got one, you think this is over?
Oh man. All right.
Look at your mama for this.
Cameraman, come here. No, come here, cameraman. Get in close. Come here. Look
at your mama, Cody Rhodes.
And Cody. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's late. I'm sleep deprived. Let's just okay. A lot of people thought this match was boring. Let's cut right through it. A lot of people thought this match was slow. People thought that Cody and Cena did not have the chemistry that maybe they needed. People like that Travis Scott took a clean crossroads. Very clean crossroads.
He did.
For somebody that is not, a trained wrestler, even though I do hear he's training. Somebody that's not a trained wrestler to take, again, not gonna get into the psychology of a crossroads, but like, bro, to get into a crossroads, it's not an easy move to take. You're literally bending backwards in a sense. Like You're going backwards,
Yeah,
and then you gotta exactly. It's not an easy bump to take, especially it's not an easy bump to take for a wrestler. So for a non-wrestler,
right?
I'll give Travis credit for that. Where was The Rock? The Rock was in Hawaii.
And
was it this whole story about The Rock? In a sense.
And The Rock mentioned himself on Pat McAfee's show. He said he had no place to be there. He said once
crock of shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, continue.
I mean, I'm saying he said on Pat McAfee he had no business being there. The final boss thing is, they're going to put it on hold. He said they're going to put it on hold for a second, let everything play out with John Cena. And I agree. John Cena can carry this by himself. He don't need The Rock.
I'm gonna agree with Ray. Fiend, I think it was a good WrestleMania song. It just it's so overplayed. We've been hearing it for the last 8 months.
Overplayed.
I disagree with you, Knuckles. I think The Rock was an integral part of this whole thing. I mean, I think that fans were, I think that fans were expecting The Rock, and once Fiend hit and The Rock was not there, it literally took the air out of the building. It was just like, what are we doing? I'm not saying Cena needs The Rock. I'm saying that the story was built around The Rock. No, WWE never said that The Rock was going to be at WrestleMania. They never said it. Okay, they never promoted him.
Himself said he wasn't going to be at WrestleMania. He posted he was in Hawaii.
I know he posted he was in Hawaii, but everybody thought it was just one of those Becky Lynch things where like, yeah, I'm not there, kind of things. But he really wasn't there. I didn't like that. And, I've been pretty positive about WrestleMania this year, but that was one of those things where it's like, bro, you literally wanted to take Cody's soul, and Cena sold his soul to you, and you weren't there at WrestleMania when he won 17. I didn't like that. As far as the match is concerned, this is exactly what John said that we would get. I don't know why people were so surprised. Everything that you loved about John Cena, he's taking it away. He broke up with you guys. He broke up with every last one of you. It was a toxic relationship, and he broke up with each and every last one of you guys. Okay? He said, you're not getting any new lights or new song or anything new.
That man doesn't even have a darn entrance video anymore.
He came out, where's my spotlight? A la not Booker T, Batista. Even though Booker T and Batista did get into a fight before SummerSlam one year. That was in 06. Look it up. 07, 06? 06, 07. You said who won that fight?
Mm-hmm.
Can you dig it? But yeah. And then, but you know what? You know how good of professionals they are? You know how good of professionals they are? They had that fight like 5 days before SummerSlam and went out and still worked SummerSlam and had a good match.
Yeah.
Professionals. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a shoot fight.
Yeah.
Sometimes
sometimes you got to get that. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to pop out and show. Oh, okay.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. But anyway, I had no problem with how the match went up until about like when Travis Scott came out. Yes. Was it slow? Yes. Did it feel boring at times? Yes. This is exactly what John said it would be.
Exactly.
Anything else to add to that, Knuckles?
I mean, you basically
you don't respect the business, dog. I said Booker T.
Respect the business, dog. Yeah, you basically hit it on the head. I'm just gonna add this. We said this when right after the Royal Rumble. When John Cena, was it Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber? Elimination Chamber when he turned, right?
Yes.
Okay. We said this right after. Well, I know I said it, and I know a few others said it. I know for sure I said it. Cody Rhodes, if he wanted to walk out the champion at WrestleMania, he had to be that Cody Rhodes that gave us "Go fuck yourself" Rock.
Yeah.
There was no more smiling. There needed to be no more smiling Cody Rhodes. No more, Cody Rhodes had to have the mentality of an asshole to walk out of WrestleMania as the world title. And he went in there with the nice guys, the nice guy attitude, the nice guy persona. You even saw it in that little altercation toward the end of the match where he had the title in his
Wouldn't
hand.
hit him.
Had the opportunity to blast John Cena. Why didn't you learn from Kevin Owens? Kevin Owens had the opportunity to blast you in the side of your dome in a pay-per-view match,
Good
and he
callback.
didn't take the opportunity. And guess what? Cody Rhodes hit you with that belt. Your leg was under the rope. Nobody saw it. He got a pinfall. Cody Rhodes walked out the champion. You have to learn from your mistakes. I said it. Everybody said it. Cody Rhodes had to be an asshole to walk out of WrestleMania, because where one person won't, another person will. And Cody, you didn't. John Cena did, and he's 17-time world champion.
Yeah, he is.
It's very much self-explanatory. We all said the same thing. You got to be a dick to succeed in this business sometimes. You sat there, you let your feelings get in the way, you dropped your head, you dropped your guard, you got kicked in the balls. And
Sure did.
Again, and you walk out titleless.
Yeah.
I love the fact that John Cena is 17-time world champion. Ray,
right.
That's a great comment.
We got to get the Christians first. Enjoy John Cena now. He only has actually.
He doesn't even have 34. He has
27. I thought it was 27.
27. One or the other. Yeah, 27.
Shit.
So. Yeah. Shit. Oh, no. But no, I said, you guys got it.
That gives me the Rock when he was holding the camera at Austin.
And then you get stunned on the table.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, go ahead.
But no, I mean, it just goes to show, like, just sometimes nice guys finish last in this business.
Yeah,
like, even for work and for a shoot. Let's be honest.
Oh my!
But Ray, that's a great. Cody Rhodes needed to be the Cody Rhodes that spilled his blood, but he doesn't know how to become that anymore. That I am 110% in agreement with you.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. You did. It's live. And we're running late, so yes, but it's live.
Okay. This is what I think of the whole thing.
Whoa.
Is this copyright?
Yes, bro. Definitely. we can.
I'm gonna send it in the. It's on my.
I was gonna say we can barely make it out. So
yeah, it's on my Facebook page if you want to see it. But yeah. I mean, I love this. Like, I loved every minute. Was the match lackluster? Yes, but like Mike, like you said, this is what John Cena said we were going to get.
Yeah,
there was no more. I am going to ruin the business, and I am going to do what I have to do to just get by. And win 17 championships. So this is, Travis Scott. If I don't see Travis Scott ever again, it would be too soon.
Oh my.
Like, I really don't like celebrity involved. I really don't like celebrity involvement in main event matches. I don't. I didn't like it when Jon Stewart did it. I didn't like it when who else? There was another one that came to mind because I thought about it earlier today and I forgot it. But if it comes back to me, maybe I'll mention it.
Master P was making him say on AEW this past week, but that's neither here nor there.
I had no idea that happened.
Yeah, it happened.
But yeah, okay. But no, seeing that John Cena only has 27, 28 appearances left. I know he's going to be in Perth.
And he said not matches. He was very clear. He was like, not matches, appearances. I just have to show up.
Right. I like this. I like this John Cena. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. All right,
As far as
let's wrap this up, partner.
prediction,
Yeah.
UV, Ray, C Thought, Sway, Bobby Showalter, and Will King got that right.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
All right. With that being said, who
gets a notch on the predictions championship board?
Yes.
First time ever, Mike. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way tie for first over the 2 nights of WrestleMania. And to make a long story short, the winner missed the tiebreaker time by 15 seconds. And that would be C Thoughts with a time of 25:15. Just to go overtimes, Mike, you had 33:12.
Yeah, I won way
Ray
over.
had 37:25. Sway had 43:57.
Because it was a Cody Rhodes match.
Because it was a Cody Rhodes and John Cena match. Will had 32:40. Bobby had 26:17, which was the closest out of anybody that was actually, ahead of time. But no, it wasn't closer to C-Thoughts. C-Thoughts had 25:15. He missed it by 15 seconds. So
he went 24.
No, C-Thoughts had 25 minutes and 15 seconds. The match went 25 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. The match went 25 minutes, so he missed it by 15 seconds.
See, this is where it gets a little complicated, right? Because you're using PW Torch.
Yes.
Wikipedia has it listed at 21:40. And that's a drastic difference. I mean, I guess he would win either way because he was still the closest because it's 21. Like,
yeah, he would have won it. He would have won it.
He wins either way.
The closest is Bobby with 26:17. So he's still above C-Thought's time.
Yeah, exactly. So
right. So
C-Thought still wins, but like, let's say, that's what we have to.
So maybe Wikipedia has bell to bell. But
yes,
wait,
and that.
But
yeah.
how? Wait. Okay, how could bell
4
to
minutes
bell
is drastic?
Yes, and it's more than 4 minutes for intros. So where did 25 minutes come from?
I don't know.
I trust a wrestling site more than I will Wikipedia. Wikipedia is just like all over the place. It's like
it is, but we have to be like sure. You know what I mean?
Well, in this case, it
doesn't matter. Yeah, but in the future,
I'm gonna look at PW Torch. I'm gonna look at Wikipedia. I'm gonna look at where could a missing 4 minutes go?
Yeah, I don't know. That's I can understand if it was like seconds. I can understand if it was like seconds off, but
for my own satisfaction and clarity, I'm gonna go back and watch the match, and I'm gonna time it from bell to bell.
Yeah.
Just so I can be fair. But even if it's 21 something minutes, it won't matter because C-Thoughts had the lowest time.
Congratulations.
I had the lowest time with 21:31, but I only got one of these goddamn matches right for night 2. So, and I didn't even bother writing Christians for night 1 because he only got one right in night 2, and there was only 7 matches in night 1, so he wouldn't have made
one site to go with. I say pick one site to go with.
Once I go back and watch the match and see what the actual time was, I'll compare it to what Wikipedia and what PW Torch was, and whatever comes the closest, then that's the website I'll use.
See, Ray with this pick a different tiebreaker question again. Okay. We've had this discussion. All of us that are in the group chat, we've had this discussion. The reason we do tiebreaker is because literally it's the only thing that's definitive in a sense.
Everybody's going to have a different answer. There will not be 2 people having the same answer.
So, I mean, if you have another way, if you want to make a suggestion that literally it's not a yes or no, then okay, we're always open to new suggestions if they make sense. But I mean, I don't see a different way to do a tiebreaker in this situation.
Yeah.
That's how Christian won. Yeah, you're on the board. You did win last month, so you are on the board.
Man, if you tanked today because you went with my answers and I tanked. That means you tanked.
All right, so for night 2, what do you give the show? And we're getting out of here. Copyrights.
I didn't mean to play that, but
Yeah, I was like copyrights, and that was louder than when you was trying to play it. But yeah,
well, I gave night 2 and Jesus Christ. Hold on, I gotta look again.
Woofa. All our producers are going to sleep.
I gave night 2 an earful.
Yep, I am with you. Really enjoyable night 2. Raw also. Well, Raw gets a 3 count.
Raw gets a 3 count. Right.
We're not going to get into Raw at all right now. Well, we already pretty much talked about the main things.
Rusev comes back.
Rusev, yep. Destroyed Alpha Academy.
Malachi Black is going to come back today.
Alistair, yep. Alistair back.
Black. He's coming back tonight.
TLC match on SmackDown, everybody.
TLC on SmackDown. SmackDown is going to be really good.
Yep. So Steiner near full again. Okay. Yeah. So you guys overall enjoyed WrestleMania, which is good to see for the most part. 2 count with referee interference.
2 count with referee interference.
I like that. I enjoyed WrestleMania. It is like thrilling to watch with other wrestling fans. Especially if you can do like a watch party or you can be at a bar, go for it if you can't actually be there. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed night 1 more than most people. And I really enjoyed night 2. So that is all I have. Night 2 is definitely a near fall, but overall WrestleMania is a 3 count and Raw is definitely a 3 count. All right. Ray with some positive energy towards WWE this weekend. It was good. Got to give credit when it's due, So guys, thank you for rocking with us late here. I know it's really late on the East Coast. Christian, thank you as always, man. It's always good seeing you here. Thank you for your participation. We appreciate every last one of you guys, for real. There is no show without you guys. King V, thank you wherever you are. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I get some sleep. Knuckles. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all know where to find us. Good night, everybody.
Go for the pin.
You're. We out. Good night, y'all.
See y'all next week.